Hey y'all, welcome to Martell's Movie Madness here on YouTube, and today the video I'm putting out for you is a 31 Days of Halloween wrap-up video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically run through all the movies that I watched throughout October for the first time. These are all first-time watches. And then I'm going to do a few little awards. I've got the best movie, worst movie, most rewatchable, most forgettable, most overrated, most underrated, and best performance. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that, uh, and that's just going to be the way I wrap it up. I watched a lot of great movies throughout October, and I watched a couple that weren't that great, but for the most part, all of them were pretty decent watches. But first, I'm going to go ahead and list them all off real quick just to give you guys a reminder. I got my notes here. Sorry, I'm not the most professional YouTuber, but I like to keep it real for you. Day one was All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, which was a fun little slasher. Day two was Death House, which was the Expendables of horror, which wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be, so I was pleasantly surprised by that one. Day number three was Nightmare Cinema. Day four was Spider Baby, or The Maddest Story Ever Told. Day five was Don't Look Now. Day six was Twins of Evil, which surprisingly I didn't watch as many erotic horror movies as I normally do. I normally have a few of them in there. There's only a couple this time. Day seven was Strange Behavior, aka Dead Kids. Day 8 was All Cheerleaders Die. Day 9 was Ichi the Killer. Day 10 was The Eyes of My Mother. Day 11 was Don't Touch a Duckling. Day 12 was Bad Boy Lover Boy. Day 13 was The Gate. Day 14 was Three from Hell, the new Rob Zombie movie, which was really cool. Day 15 was Night of the Creeps. Day 16, the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Day 17 was Blood Salvage. Day 18 was Martyrs. We're going to get to Martyrs here in a minute. Day 19 was the Banana Splits movie. Day 20 was Ginger Snaps Back, The Beginning. Day 21 was Shogun Assassin. Day 22 was Your Vice is Locked in a Room and Only I Have the Key. Day 23 was Terror Vision. Day 24 was Eli from Netflix. Day 25 was Witchboard. Day 26 was Village of the Damned. Day 27 was Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. Day 28 was Children of the Damned. Day 29 was 13 Cameras. Day 30 was Bye Bye Man. And day 31 was Dead Snow. So yeah, those were the 31 days of Halloween this year. So when I come back from this little clip I'm about to put in, then I will tell you the winners for the awards.
Whoa! Psychedelic!
Turn in the monster!
Don't shoot me, dude!
Alright, first up we've got the award for Best Movie I Watched During the 31 Days of Halloween, which goes to Martyrs, the 2008 original French version of Martyrs. I have not seen the American version, so I don't know what it's like, but the French version is fuck. I was trying to speak French, but it was very good. It was fantastic. Très magnifique, as they would say. Very good, very fantastic, shocking, disturbing, very scary. It's definitely the scariest movie that I watched during the 31 Days of Halloween. It's right up there with any of your favorite horror movies. It may be a little too extreme for some people, but I enjoyed the extremity of it because it was not done in a gratuitous manner. It was done to move the plot forward. It was part of the story. So yeah, Martyrs is the best movie I watched during the 31 Days of Halloween.
Bouge pas. Assieds-toi. T'as quel âge? Tu sais ce qu'ils ont fait tes parents? Hein?
Alright, now, the worst movie I watched during the 31 Days of Halloween was The Bye Bye Man. I watched this movie going into it knowing that it was not going to be great. I didn't expect it to be great. I was a little bit surprised at the fact that it wasn't the most awful thing I'd ever watched. It did have redeeming qualities. Like I said, it would be a great movie to watch with like a party of people just kind of like riffing and talking shit a little bit over it. The acting was okay. There were definitely parts where it was a little overacted. I feel like if they would have played to the silliness of it being the Bye Bye Man, that name is just not serious at all, then it probably would have been a better movie, but they didn't, so it was a very bad movie.
Something's coming.
What?
They're saying, don't think it. Don't say it. Don't say it, don't think 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 it.
Don't say or think what? The Bye Bye Man.
Alright, Best Kill is my next award for the 31 Days of Halloween, and I am picking a kill from the Banana Splits movie. There's a scene where the kid gets sawed in half in like a magician's box, which is really fucking cool. You don't see that a lot in movies. The Wizard of Gore might have been the last time I remember seeing it. It's probably been done a couple times before in movies that I haven't seen, but that's the last time I remember seeing it. It was when I watched Wizard of Gore. That being said, I think it was really cool. The whole Banana Splits movie was a very cool concept, like kids show turned evil robots, just insanity.
Hey! Get up! Poppy! Please! Let me out!
Please let him out, please! No, please! No, let him out, please! Dad! Dad!
What's going on?
No, please!
Let me out!
Dad, please!
Let me out! Stop!
Please don't make me!
next is the award for most rewatchable. The reason I picked this movie is because not only is it the one that I feel like I'll probably rewatch the most in the future, it's the one I've already rewatched the most out of all of these. Remember now, these were movies that I've only watched for the first time this month in October. So for me to have already rewatched this movie speaks to its rewatchability, I feel like. Three from Hell is the winner for most rewatchable. I watched it. I saw it in the theater as a part of the limited release of it. Then the next day I went and bought the DVD and then watched it the day after that and again the day after that. So I watched it 3 times within the span of a week. So definitely the most rewatchable. I would say if I had to pick a runner-up for most rewatchable, probably 13 Cameras. That was a great one too, but Three from Hell takes the cake as far as rewatchability goes. Alright, here is the most overhyped or most overrated movie. I found that Don't Torture a Duckling was the most overrated that I watched. I try to watch movies that don't have a lot of hype on them when I do this. The only 2 that I watched that really had a bunch of hype were Eli and this one, and Your Vice. Martyrs was pretty hyped up, but it lived up to the hype to the max. It couldn't have been any better. But yeah, I just feel like Don't Torture a Duckling just kind of fell short for me. Felt like it dragged a little bit. I did enjoy the practical effects of it, and I did enjoy the story and the aspects, like certain aspects of the movie, but as far as on the whole, I didn't feel like it lived up to the hype that it had behind it. Alright, and this is the one for the most underrated. This movie, actually, I didn't hear much about at all. Like, I had just seen that it was on Shudder, and I added it to my list when I first got Shudder, and finally just got around to watching it. It's been like a year. It's been sitting on my list. But that's Bag Boy, Lover Boy. Out of all the ones that I watched that had little to no hype, it stuck out the most and will probably be rewatched the most out of some of the others that were kind of underappreciated, I guess you would say. But yeah, I thought it was great. It works as a horror movie. It works as an artistic movie. It works as a dark comedy. So it works on different levels. And overall, just a fun little movie.
You look like a real killer here, kiddo. Did a good job. You should be proud. I gotta get a fucking cab to JFK. I'm going to Italy. Italy, you know, like Europe. You work hard, you'll get there too. You'll see. You can travel and fuck all over the planet. What the fuck's the problem, dude? You're gonna get us arrested. Oh, my God, here. Put this jacket on. I'm getting a whole new wardrobe when I get to Milan. No, you don't need the pocket square. You don't have that much style. Oh, here. This is the money for the shoot. Get in the cab following the one I take, if it ever fucking gets here. Always the days I gotta rush to JFK, but there's not a taxi in front of the building. Look at this.
All right, now this is going to be the last one that I have, the last award that I have here. For the 31 Days of Halloween, and it's Best Performance. So I wanted to show a little of appreciation to the good actors that I saw. We had a bunch of a bunch of good actors in these movies. Lon Chaney Jr. is in Spider Baby. I mean, Sherry Moon Zombie is probably not what people would consider the best actress in the world, but her performance in Three from Hell is fantastic. It's probably her best performance out of any of the movies she's been in. And that being said, I wanted to give the award for best performance to I'm gonna mispronounce her name probably, but Morahana Alui from Martyrs. She plays Anna or Annie. Anyways, she is the main character throughout the entirety of the movie. I mean, most of the movie is just her reacting to things that are happening around her, and it's just insane. She gives a brilliant performance, and it is, just flawless from beginning to end. She's probably the most talented actress out of all of the actors and actresses that were in any of these movies that I watched. So yeah, that's why she gets the award for the best performance. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching this 31 Days of Halloween wrap-up video. Hopefully you enjoyed the 31 Days of Halloween videos. And hopefully you watched some of those movies with me. But also I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Make sure you're rating, reviewing, and subscribing wherever you're listening to the podcast. Again, it's available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, CastBox, all that good shit. So go ahead and go give us a subscription there. Also, you want to make sure you join us on Patreon, because up now is the full Halloween special show, which is only available on Patreon. Only part 1 comes out to the public. There's also the Texas Chainsaw Massacre breakdown episode, which is available to the public now, but it was early released to everybody on Patreon. But if you join the $5 tier, you'll get some bonus materials, but mostly that is the early access tier. The $15 and up tier is the bonus material tier. But there's all kinds of tiers that you can join on there and support the show, support the podcast, and just help us make better content for you. That is the goal with the Patreon. It is to eventually be able to quit my day job and start working on content for this YouTube and the podcast full time. So join us on Patreon, become a patron, and help support struggling content providers. Thanks for watching. Now, let's watch some fucking movies.